Well, hello, and welcome back to this week's series on empathy. Yesterday, we talked about what empathy is, and we discovered that empathy is the ability to connect with or understand another person's thoughts, feelings, and attitudes. So, when it comes to dealing with your child, this is very important as it opens up the connection between you and your child. So let's take each one of those individually and see why it's so important to show empathy to your child. So starting with their thoughts. Kids can have some pretty preposterous thoughts, and a lot of times they come out of their mouth. And as an adult, you may think, why would he have such a ridiculous or nonsensical thought? But kids are discovering the world. They don't understand everything, and so they're going to verbalize whatever goes through their minds a lot of times. And so by honoring those thoughts and by allowing them to express those thoughts, you can then begin to have a conversation around those thoughts to clarify things he doesn't understand. It opens up teaching moments, and it mainly lets the child know that his thoughts are valuable and that he should express them, that he's allowed to express them in a safe environment and not be ridiculed or put down for having childlike thoughts. When it comes to their feelings, empathizing with a child's feelings is the basis for developing a strong heart connection with your child. And when you connect with your child at the heart level, that's what will draw you closer and closer together over the years. We've heard about, rebellious teen years. I don't believe that is something that's normal and natural or that every person has to go through. I believe that is developed over time because a teenager doesn't feel like he's ever been listened to or understood. So if you have, first of all, feelings and emotions are not something that we necessarily choose, right? Something happens and your emotions respond. So if a child is discouraged or disappointed or frustrated or angry, it isn't so much that they choose that, it's just that the situation has prompted that in them. And so by identifying with their feelings and allowing them to have those and then helping them to work through them, then you're becoming closer so that when he's a teenager, he won't say, "You just don't understand me." So by understanding what he's going through, showing empathy and helping him to work through those emotions, then you'll develop a strong relationship that grows stronger every day. And then when it comes to his ideas, I love hearing what kids have, the ideas they have. I worked in a preschool for several years and was astounded at the ideas that the kids came up with. I mean, if you want to raise a genius, then encourage those seemingly preposterous ideas that kids have because they truly think outside the box. When it comes to problem solving, they can come up with some solutions you would never think of and make them work. So I encourage you to empathize with your child, to connect with his thoughts, feelings, and ideas. You'll be sending messages of affirmation and approval. You'll also be sending messages of value, that his personhood is valuable. His thoughts, feelings, and ideas are important. And that will raise his level of respect for you in ways you could never even imagine. So I hope this has been helpful to you in learning how to show empathy to your child. Tomorrow we're going to talk about when to show empathy. So please join us then for that edition of this series on empathy. And until then, happy parenting. See you tomorrow.